And Indiana has done it. Their first ever Commissioner's Cup championship, knocking off the Minnesota Lynx. This is Howard setting up McDonald, knocking down the tray. Finds it cutting McDonald, easy deuce.
Against all conceivable odds, a narrative of resilience and sheer willpower unfolded on the hardwood, culminating in a moment etched forever in Indiana Fever history. They were the underdogs, the team facing a perfect storm of setbacks, yet they rose with an indomitable spirit to not just challenge, but outright seize the WNBA Commissioner Cup championship from the formidable Minnesota Lynx. The air in the Target Center crackled with disbelief as the final buzzer sounded, marking a victory few had dared to predict. And amidst the jubilant chaos, the sideline star, Caitlin Clark, offered a 6-word testament to their triumph, a phrase that resonated with the undercurrent of their journey and the wider landscape of the league.
Head coach Stephanie White has a motto. She says, pressure is a privilege. You came into the former champion's house and took them down on their home floor. How does it feel to bring Indiana their first championship?
It feels great. We knew that we had to come in here with energy. We know that they're a great team and they were going to go on runs. And so for us, it was about containing those runs and then going on our own.
What gave you the confidence to come in here and take down this team on their home floor?
We knew we were capable. God has equipped us. And so for us, about coming in here and doing what we know what to do. I think the entire game, coach just continued to instill that confidence, continue to tell us take it one possession at a time. And we did that.
The game plan was obviously to wall off the paint against you and Tosh, but both of you guys finished with double-doubles. How did you guys get freed up? And for you especially, how'd you get going late in this game?
I mean, it started with Tosh. Tosh, that entire first half and even that entire game, just really took it to them, made them have to guard. And so with her attacking from different angles, they had to space out a little bit. And that fourth quarter, I was able to score.
And finally, Aaliyah, what are you going to do with your prize money?
That's for me to know.
Congratulations, lady.
The path leading to this unexpected championship showdown was fraught with obstacles for the Indiana Fever. Their radiant rookie sensation, Caitlin Clark, the player whose very presence had ignited a nationwide fervor for the team and the league, was relegated to the sidelines. A persistent groin injury, an unwelcome intruder, kept her sidelined for the 3rd consecutive game, a painful absence for a team so reliant on her scoring prowess and playmaking brilliance. Clark wasn't merely a player, she was the offensive fulcrum, the assist maestro, the magnetic force drawing fans in droves to arenas across the country. Her absence cast a long shadow, raising serious doubts about the Fever's ability to compete at the highest level. Compounding their challenges was the geographical separation from Darius Dantas, who was thousands of miles away representing her country in the FIBA Americas, leaving another significant void in their already stretched rotation. But the most jarring development, the one that sent ripples of disbelief through the basketball community, was the sudden departure of veteran Dana Bonner. Signed in the offseason to provide the team with much needed experience and leadership, Bonner inexplicably quit after just 9 games, abandoning her teammates in a moment of crucial need. This act of walking away, especially from a young team facing adversity, left many questioning her commitment and the message it sent.
Howard finds it cutting McDonald, easy deuce.
Beautiful read by Natasha Howard. And Ari McDonald, that opened up the 3-point shot.
Howard to steal. Open floor in front of her. Got the lay. Indiana battling.
This crowd is quiet. Natasha Howard is a former Defensive Player of the Year, knows the ball is coming to Nafisa Collier, just gets that deflection, gets going in the open court. And it is all Indiana in terms of the momentum in this game right now. This building is quiet.
It was a team effort tonight. But with 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists, your MVP is Natasha Howard.
Gives it up to Mitchell. Mitchell. Over to Cunningham, long range, bottoms. Big time trifecta, Sophie Cunningham.
Standing in stark contrast to the Fever's tumultuous lead-up was the unwavering dominance of their opponents, the Minnesota Lynx. They entered the Commissioner's Cup final as the gold standard in the WNBA, their impressive 14-win record a testament to their consistent excellence. Spearheaded by the phenomenal Natasha, a leading contender for the league's MVP award, the Lynx were the defending champions of this very tournament, playing with the added advantage of a roaring home crowd. The Target Center was a cauldron of anticipation, every seat filled with fans expecting nothing less than a repeat championship performance. The odds makers in Las Vegas had firmly placed their faith in the Lynx, establishing them as overwhelming 14-point favorites. In the eyes of many, the game was a foregone conclusion, the Fever's chances deemed negligible without their key players. Analysts speculated about a potential blowout, suggesting that Indiana had no business sharing the court with such a polished and cohesive Minnesota team under these circumstances. The Lynx appeared to be operating at peak efficiency, their teamwork seamless, their connection on both ends of the floor almost telepathic. Their offense flowed like a perfectly orchestrated dance, making them incredibly difficult to defend.
Finds Hull beyond the arc. It's score! Holson with the trifecta.
And that's how you do it.
Over to Cunningham, long range, bottoms!
A joint effort across the board. Everyone on this roster did their part tonight.
Coming into this, you talked about so much, hey, you got to have the right approach, don't trick this off, like have the focus. Take me inside that mindset of you guys coming into this game and how tonight was just a collective effort that got it done.
I describe this entire experience as a gut check experience, and I mean that intentionally. I mean physically, mentally, psychologically. It was a gut check moment today, and I think for us, it was about making sure we won those moments that mattered. And I thought down the stretch of the game, we did an unbelievable job of just staying together, weathering the storm, and kind of utilizing what we needed to based on our schemes and our personnel from practice. And I thought down the stretch of the game specifically, we bought in. All five of us, whoever was on the floor bought in, and I think you guys got to see that.
Yet, as the opening tip-off defied the predictions, a palpable shift occurred within the Indiana Fever. The hesitant, disjointed play that had plagued their recent games vanished, replaced by a surge of collective energy and an unyielding determination. They weren't just playing, they were fighting, fueled by an inner resolve and a burning desire to prove the doubters wrong, to show that their spirit transcended the absence of any single player, and to secure a victory for their injured teammate, Caitlin Clark. Leading this charge was Kelsey Mitchell, a seasoned guard known for her scoring prowess. From the outset, Mitchell attacked the basket with ferocity, showcasing her offensive versatility and demonstrating that she was ready to shoulder a greater burden. She moved with purpose, creating her own shots and finding openings for her teammates. Her confidence was contagious, setting the tone for the rest of the team. Aaliyah Boston, the talented forward often facing double teams, finally found the rhythm and the look she needed to assert her dominance in the paint. She established strong post position, demanding the ball and converting with efficiency. On the boards, she was relentless, securing crucial rebounds that stifled Minnesota's second chance opportunities.
I know it's not a WNBA championship, but to celebrate a championship nonetheless on Target Center on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, we have a resilient group. You know, they're tough mentally, physically. They pull for one another. You know, I don't know if it's something that I learned that I didn't already know. It's just I'm proud for them that they can see it come to fruition. Being able to handle the ebbs and flows of the game, being able to give to one another regardless of struggles. I mean, we had some players that were struggling. We had some moments where we struggled, but we still gave to one another. And that's a growth area for our team. I thought like our execution through three quarters on both ends of the floor was really good against an outstanding team. I mean, I'm just really proud of this group.
But the true revelation of the night, the player who elevated her game to another level, was Natasha Howard. Delivering a performance for the ages, Howard was a force of nature on both ends of the court, earning her the Commissioner's Cup MVP honors. Her stat line spoke volumes: 16 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. She was everywhere, disrupting Minnesota's offense, guarding the formidable Natasha with tenacity, and capitalizing on scoring opportunities. Her 8-for-8 performance from the free throw line in crucial moments showcased nerves of steel under immense pressure. Her defensive intensity was a key factor in limiting Collier and forcing turnovers that swung the momentum in Indiana's favor. Howard's leadership and unwavering effort inspired her teammates, demonstrating the heart and grit that defined their improbable victory. Adding to this collective surge were vital contributions from the bench. Sophie Cunningham injected a much-needed spark, providing instant offense with her sharp shooting from beyond the arc and her aggressive rebounding. Her 3 3-pointers were momentum shifters, igniting the fever and silencing the home crowd. Even the newly signed Arai McDonald stepped up in a significant way, contributing 12 points and providing the energetic playmaking that the team needed. Her timely baskets and fearless drives to the basket gave the Fever an added dimension on offense.
With Caitlin and her status, just how did she look? How did she feel today during shoot-around? And is she making progress and getting closer playing?
She's making progress. You know, I think, again, top of mind, I think I told you this afternoon, is just long-term. You know, making sure that we don't have any setbacks. You know, making progress and feeling good are two different things. And we want to make sure that she feels good. We want to make sure that she's confident. We want to make sure that we're not putting her in a position to have any setbacks. And that's the priority right now. They look pretty flawless, you know, in the way that they're playing. I don't know if different is the word as much as they look even more connected. You know, they're a team that was connected a year ago, but really the nuance of having each other's back on the defensive end, of knowing where your teammate's going to be, you know, discipline to coverages, the connectivity that they have on the offensive end of the floor. I mean, the way that they move with and without the ball, the way that the ball moves makes it really tough to cover. You know, I often say that offense is like a dance, and they are flowing, man. They are making music, and there's no doubt about it. So we have to try to be disruptive, and we have to try to take them out of that rhythm.
Throughout the fiercely contested game, even though she was unable to participate physically, Caitlin Clark remained an integral part of the Indiana Fever's effort. From her vantage point on the sideline, she was a constant source of encouragement, her voice carrying above the roar of the crowd as she cheered on her teammates, offered strategic insights, and stayed completely engaged in every possession. Her focused demeanor and unwavering support were evident, a testament to her dedication to the team's success, even when sidelined by injury. This visible unity, the team rallying around their injured star, and Clark's unwavering belief in her teammates, created a powerful synergy. The Fever played with a renewed sense of purpose, their ball movement crisp and purposeful, their defense suffocating. They held the high-powered Minnesota Lynx offense to a mere 39 points over the final 3 quarters and limited them to a paltry 34.9% shooting, a defensive masterclass that few had anticipated, even when the Target Center erupted as the home team mounted a comeback, closing the gap to within 7 points and forcing an early 4th quarter timeout. The Fever responded with unwavering composure. Quick baskets from Boston and McDonald stemmed the tide, refusing to allow Minnesota any real opportunity to regain control of the game. In the final moments, the Fever displayed a remarkable killer instinct, closing out the victory with a decisive 74-59 scoreline, sending shockwaves throughout the basketball world. The underdogs had achieved the seemingly impossible, proving that the combined force of heart, determination, and teamwork could indeed conquer any obstacle. This wasn't just a win, it was a resounding statement, a turning point that promised to reshape the narrative surrounding this young and resilient Indiana Fever team.
Coach, this is your first season with this batch of players, and so I'm just wondering if the Commissioner's Cup is just a stepping stone for greater things to come.
Well, I hope so. But at the same time, you know, we want to take care of business now, right? We want to win a cup. So we're not looking at it necessarily as a stepping stone. We're looking at it as an opportunity to win. And then we're looking at it, you know, as coaches, as an opportunity to continue to stack days. You know, we haven't had a lot of consistency in our lineup. And so we haven't really built that camaraderie and connectedness that we need in order for us to be successful. But we can take another step towards growth, another step towards consistency on the floor, in execution, in energy level. You know, we're playing the best team in the league right now, and we've got to come out and we got to play our A game.
What are some of the keys that you see as to how exactly you're going to do that, or what you guys need to do to approach the game successfully?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got to be disruptive. You know, we've got to make sure that that we play with a level of physicality that doesn't allow them to just pass the ball around everywhere that they want to pass it. So we've got to make sure that we're disruptive. We got to make sure that we're elite at our on-ball screen defense. You know, this is a team that reads really well, that moves really well. We got to be elite at the point of attack on on-ball screen defense. We've got to. We always talk about guarding our yard, being able to guard one-on-one so we're not in rotation early. I think for us it's going to have to start on the defensive end of the floor, so that allows us to get out and run in transition as well. But we can't allow them to just do exactly what they want to do on the offensive end.
Anyone else? Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
As the jubilant celebration spilled into the locker room, amidst the cheers and the spraying champagne, all attention converged on Caitlin Clark. Despite the euphoria of the moment, there was an unspoken understanding that this victory carried a deeper significance, a validation against the doubts and the adversity they had faced. And in that electric atmosphere, Clark, holding the gleaming Commissioner's Cup trophy, delivered a 6-word pronouncement that instantly became iconic, perfectly capturing the essence of their improbable triumph and hinting at the undercurrents within the league. With a knowing glance and a confident smile, she declared, "Guys, I just know everybody in the league is sick." Those simple yet powerful words resonated deeply, acknowledging the widespread narrative of the Fever's struggles and their unexpected rise to claim the championship. The celebration that followed was unrestrained joy, a testament to the team's unity and their shared triumph over adversity. Clark was seen playfully using the trophy as a celebratory chalice, inviting teammates, including rookie Michaela Timpson, to partake in the revelry. This lighthearted moment underscored her role as not just a star player, but also as an engaged and supportive teammate, her spirit undimmed by her physical limitations. The team embraced the us against the world mentality that had propelled them to this incredible victory, a win that defied expectations and proved their mettle. The media's pregame predictions were spectacularly overturned, a testament to the unexpected nature of the Fever's triumph. ESPN had even pre-scheduled a video anticipating a Lynx victory, a piece of content that was quickly relegated to the digital dustbin. This outcome spoke volumes about the magnitude of the upset. Even in defeat, the Minnesota Lynx displayed true sportsmanship. Head coach Cheryl Reeve acknowledged the Fever's superior performance, stating simply, "They just sort of beat us," a testament to the respect Indiana had earned through their remarkable play. Looking ahead, this victory positioned the Fever as a team built for sustained success. They had demonstrated their depth, their unwavering heart, and the strength of their character by winning without their biggest star on the court. When Caitlin Clark returns to full health, this team, already proven capable, will become an even more formidable force. This Commissioner's Cup title transcended the realm of a mere game. It became a powerful statement about overcoming adversity, silencing doubters, and the unifying power of teamwork. The Fever had shown that when faced with setbacks, when key players depart, and when injuries mount, true champions find a way to rise above it all and achieve the unexpected.